Oh, okay.
Oh, it looks very nice now.
Wait, but that's from Breath of the Wild.
I think you're right. I think
Yes.
it's the
Breath of the Wild. It's from that bird that continuously just like sings.
Yeah.
And like plays accordion or something. Yeah,
you're right.
100%.
Good ear.
I'll recognize Breath of the Wild songs. Come on.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All right. We are live.
Oh yeah. Hey everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, people.
Welcome to Functions and Dragons. We were talking about the music that's playing.
Wait.
So, Nightbot is moderating people already.
Oh no.
And that is not. I didn't really mean to set that up to do that. So I apologize for that. For now, I guess. No cap.
I got away with it. Why couldn't Anna get away with it?
I will fix that because I did not want to.
Oh my god, Anna, your expression is like.
All right. So anyway, I apologize. The reason we have Nightbot is that you can do ! Discord now and get a link to our Discord. So if you'd like to come hang out with us and chat, there's a link there.
This is hilarious. I'm just gonna spend the whole time doing this now, though.
And that's it. Game derailed. We got Nightbot over here just obliterating chat.
It told me that I was spamming all caps. I only did one message.
Yeah, right?
It does not like.
Immediately deleted it.
Yeah, it does not like that apparently. So.
Don't talk over here.
Cat's been muted for 10 minutes.
Oh no! All right. Well, let me see if I can fix that.
It's hilarious.
Oh, freaking Nightbot, man. Untime out, Cat. Okay, there you go. You should be untimed out now. Sorry about that.
We love you, Cat.
Anyway, yeah. Nightbot being a little aggressive. Should have known there would be something that would go wrong on our very techy stream.
Always.
Anyway, welcome everyone to Functions and Dragons. I apologize for Nightbot. We will punish him later.
We'll send them to the bone room.
Yeah, the bone room. Cool. So, last time on Functions and Dragons, you all had a little bit of free time on the town. Some of you spent some time researching, investigating, figuring things out, and some of you went shopping. Some of you worked on personal projects. Alita worked on his new workshop he's trying to make. You spent a little bit of time identifying and selling some magical clothing. You met a friendly armorer who had a horrible name, and heard from a local farming merchant that there might be something wrong with some of the outlying farms of Eclins Fall, and that he would be in touch. You, at the end, towards the end, okay, hold on, sorry, Ruby is losing it over here. So loud.
Wait, did you say Ruby?
No, he said Ruby.
Sorry.
I thought he said Ruby also. Ruby. I just did a face.
I was like Ruby. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Ruby, the Discord bot is the music they're playing is like solid. Anyway, so you also in trying to figure out where to sell and identify some of your magical items, headed to a magical shop called White's Wonders and Whimsies, where you ran into a man named Lusor, who had some secretive business involving a mysterious alabaster mask with the owner of the shop. And so, Lusor told you that you were going to have he might have a little bit of work for you. He didn't want you knowing what the mask was, but Talita kind of just barged into the room. He was very suavely led out by Alucard, who distracted him with a few magical items. But after a little bit, Lusor came back out and chatted with you, explained that he had heard of you, he knew who you were, he knew that you were the new owners of the Wyvern, and that he said he might have some work for you. So, it's been a couple days since that, about 6. If we can take a minute, everybody wants to go around. and let me know what would you be doing over the last 6 days. And we'll start with Aristeus. You are at the top of the order.
Oh, usually I get to think for a little bit. I'm not usually right at the beginning. Well, I don't know how many skeletons were in the bone hole. But probably breaking up and grinding up the bones. So I've got a nice and also grinding the burned wood that I got from Toledo, clearing out the blacksmithery to make charcoal. So I've got a pile of bone meal and a pile of charcoal. And yeah, just seeking out wild places still.
Cool.
Trying to, not commune with nature, but trying to commune with nature. Not the spell. Not the spell, but just kind of try and ask the land for some guidance of where to go.
Cool. Great. We'll move to Toledo, who's next on the order.
So I would have been continuing to work on my shop while also making... I can't remember what I'm supposed to be making for Aricia.
A spade.
A spade. Making a spade.
Cool. Yeah, so you would have been able to finish that. It's been about 6 days. I would assume that you have enough time to finish that, so you have some of your gardening tools now. And I would say also about this time, you'd start to get to the point where, without investing some money, you have done about as much as you can on that blacksmithing shop. You managed to pull out some of the old wood, replace things where you could, but at this point, you probably need to invest a little bit in the actual functional gear, which we can talk about at the end of this. We can figure out a way to figure out how much that's going to cost. Then it is Ericos up next.
All of the homework and research on Olmec. He will be seeking any and all resources to get a little more information, because he is now very much hyper-focusing on whoever the hell this is and and what their intent is, besides just being ill intent, what else they're trying to do.
Cool. Yeah. You would have found a little bit of information. I'll send you a little bit in a bit about stuff you would have learned, some of the things you might have to figure out. Awesome. Ash is up next.
Focusing, definitely just reading the sister's book, basically on repeat, looking for any types of clues or anything between the lines. Also would have spoke with Ericos about this, because it's not a big secret that he's looking for Luna, and he's a paladin. Ericos is a paladin, so anything doing with shades or any type of stuff, he just want to see if he had any information about that. Yeah, definitely would have done that. But then really most of the time focused on pursuing my magic, trying to get that first spell, just constantly trying to cast magic hand, failing and getting frustrated, but keeping working at it, seeing the progress, a little bit. And yeah, that's what I'd be focused on right now.
Cool. Mara is up next.
So Mara is, doing, she's doing a little needlecraft, doing a little cross stitching, but during the past few days, she's also kind of wandered around a little bit and kind of not so much cased the neighborhood, but looked around just to sort of see if it would be a nice place for her dad to settle down someday. She's just always kind of on the lookout for a good retirement locale. Figures she's gonna be traveling. Might as well peep.
Cool. And finally, Ruby.
So I think what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be bothering Aricia with a bunch of bone jokes and a bunch of skeleton jokes. Stuff like, why wouldn't the little skeleton stand up to the bully? He didn't have the guts for it.
Oh my god.
And it's little phrases like bon appetit and like let me think of something else. I have a bone to pick with you while she's like doing all of the bone stuff. Just being annoying essentially.
So, and while Ruby thinks that she is being annoying or being like making horrible jokes and bothering me, Aricia is completely delighted. Just overwhelmingly so pleased.
I love it. Cool. So let's real quick do since Ash, you and Ericos are gonna have a little bit of a discussion. I don't know if you want to like role play that out real quick, and just say, you know, a couple days in, you've read this book, you started to maybe garner a little bit of information that your sister was doing something with the Shadow Realm. She was interested in interplanetary travel, interplanar, not interplanetary, interplanar travel, and interplanar portals. So if you want to just talk, we can do some rolls and stuff. But I'll let you go for that.
Yeah. Ericos, could I have a moment of your time? I've got something pressing that I really want to speak to you about.
Please.
Well, you're a paladin, and I've got a situation. I don't know much about paladins, to be honest, but it's kind of a long story. Let me roll it back a little bit. This is kind of hard for me, so just bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
My sister has been missing for about 6 years now. She disappeared. She was studying magic at the school of the Giver, right? Was that the one she was at, or the? I believe that was the college, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, at the Giver, and I just found this book from her about a week ago, and I've noticed that she was really getting into interplanar travel and portals, but really dealing with the Shade Realm and maybe even what's the other one? The Hellish, the Fiendish plane, and the Shadow plane. And I bring this up because when we were all having those visions during Valine, I heard her call out to me when I got pulled through, like whatever that was with that shade, and I can't get her voice out of my head, and now I can't help but think that she's still out there, and I have no idea where to look or where to start, and right now you're my best bet.
Just a quick aside, Colin, if I'm not mistaken, the Phoenix Plane is also where Olmec is?
Yep, it's where devils are from and demons.
Okay. But wasn't one of them specifically also in charge of a plane, though? Or one of the demons you had mentioned to me? I don't know if it's helpful.
Yes, it's not super helpful for this. One of the demons, the original demons, the Afrigan demons, was cast out of the fiendish plane onto the material plane and used an ancient artifact to carve out the Fey realm. And is now, they're not really evil. They're just like an ex-fiend, now the Fey.
Okay, all right. All right, I just wanted to make sure there was nothing there.
Nope.
When's the last time you said you saw your sister? Do you remember?
Well, I left for the military, and then a few years after that, she left for school. I mean, since I've seen her, it's been coming up on 8 years, almost 9 years, but it's been 6 years since she's been missing, since the school has told us that she's been gone. And as soon as that happened, I left the military. I absconded and immediately went to go look for her, and I was never able to find anything. This book is the closest that I have ever been. It's the only real clue that I've ever had.
If Ericos takes a look at the book, is there anything that he can glean from, like, any insights that can be gleaned that Ash might not notice, I guess?
Roll me a religion check.
I really need to get my intelligence up. Oh, 19.
Okay. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I gotta pull up another document. So
that means I rolled a crit, by the way. I rolled a 20. So it doesn't show it here, but it means I rolled a 20.
That's amazing. So not a lot. This is much more of a magical text. But religion and magic in Carowin are kind of intertwined. They're very, very connected. The gods gave magic to the people. And so, reading the book, you get the sense that it's not complete. Like, this would have not been enough for someone to attempt travel to a different plane. It's all very theoretical. I guess really what you learn is more that there's an absence here. That something, it doesn't add up if there were some sort of interplanetary travel that caused Ash's sister to disappear. It's not related to this book heavily.
Ash, where did you say you got this book again?
At the library that I went to with Toledo. I believe that was which library was that? Which college did we go to?
That would be the ladies' library.
That's right. Yeah, from the ladies' library.
I don't mean to trouble you further, but this book it doesn't hold as much as we would need to better determine what happened to your sister. This book is missing a lot, particularly around the necessary components to accomplish that. And we would need to look elsewhere in order to better determine what may have happened. Now, it's good that you brought this to me because it's likely I'll be able to assist you the next time you want to try to find some of this material, because now we know what not to look for, as this book seems to really miss a little bit on the finer point of what you need in order to kind of get on the path. So what I will say is the next time that you want to explore this a little bit further, if I'm not with you, at least keep that knowledge in mind that this book's overarching themes and the information within it are not going to get you quite to where you need to be.
If it wouldn't be too much of a trouble to you, I mean, I would rather just, anytime I do investigate this, have you with me. I mean, I feel that I'm unequipped to be dealing with this. You know, this is beyond me.
So, yes, very much so. I have interest, of course, in the Fiendish Plane, not in a, ooh, that sounds nice, more a, ooh, how do I smite that sort of way.
How do you boop it?
How do I boop that sort of way? Yes, indeed. So I would be more than happy to lend my services in that way, as at minimum it will be mutually beneficial, and I would also like to help you and reunite you with your sister.
Ericos, I cannot thank you enough. This means a lot to me.
You have come to my aid so quickly, so soon. How could I leave you stranded in the cold?
Aww.
Cool. Wonderful.
Wholesome.
So,
Yeah.
Red. Awesome. Yeah. So it's been a few more days. You have kind of just been working on the tavern, getting things ready, maybe to open, and you receive a large package with a note attached. And here, I think I'm going to share these in Discord, hopefully.
That's some damn fast Amazon Prime delivery.
So, sorry, I got to pull it. So here's the note.
Where'd you post it?
In adventuring. There you go.
Ooh.
Would you like me to?
I don't know if you want to pull that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kurt, if you want to pull that up.
You got it.
So, yeah, you've received a note from Lusor Heavymaker, who is the dwarven man that you met in Alicarn's shop, the magic shop, who talked to you about possibly having some work for you. It's essentially just inviting you to a party. He's having a bit of a party this afternoon, or this evening, and he would like you to be there. Probably to talk business. I mean, he does want to hire you, but seems to be very interested in your being there. So you can all read that a bit. Give it a second while it's up on screen.
What do the clothes look
This-
like?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I mean, if we're gonna have an episode where we all dress up, I feel like we have to commission someone to actually
Right.
do a shot of us all
So,
dressed up for an occasion.
So these are this is the little Cat's figured it out. So actually, what I want to do for the attire, we'll go around same order we did a second ago, and just real quick, tell me what would
Not
your
the same
character...
order?
Sorry. You can take a
Opposite
second.
order.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that's fair. Let's do opposite order. That way, Kate, I feel like is always last because you're gonna be first. What if someone were going to observe your character, what would they think would be the kind of outfit that you would wear to like a fancy party? We'll start with Ruby.
Like someone who's an artist, the first thing I started doing the second you mentioned attires is went to Google for like D&D
What do you
expensive
think I'm
clothes.
doing right now, Kate?
Beautiful. I love
And I'm like, it's not helping. This is not the best query possible, because it gives me just a bunch of regular D&D clothes. So I'm kind of upset about that. Okay, I feel like okay, to be honest, I feel like in Ruby's character it would be fair for her to assume that she can just show up in her regular clothes. Like she would just like disregard any social expectation and probably just go with whatever is the most comfortable and with whatever she's most used to. Plus she has like a belt and a dagger and like a purse behind her cope. No, wait, no, not the coat. Yeah, I forgot. Cape. Like she has a cape attached. So like behind the cape, on the belt, like on her back, there's a purse and a dagger that she can easily grab to stab someone in the back. So she would want to have that kind of stuff at any social occasion at all of the times available.
I love that it's specifically in the
yeah,
back.
so-
Like, not just stab someone, stab them in the back.
Yeah. No, the thing is, I thought about it. It's like she can, like, you know how like the Witcher can just like grab a sword behind the back, but here she just goes like beneath her back, not up, but beneath, and just like quickly grabs and can stab someone easily. So I thought about it, and I'm gonna put it into her design. I finally started drawing her, and well, I didn't finish the regular business essentially.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, in the box you find a pair of clothes that are about your size, very, very similar to your other clothing, except in a regal dark blue. It's got another cloak, very similar to your current cloak, with cat ears and everything, but also in a dark blue with very golden thread kind of woven down the sides. It is incredibly fancy and perfect. It's like tailored perfectly to you. It fits like a glove. And so then we'll go ahead and jump to Mara. What would Mara receive as a, you know, if somebody were watching her for a few days or weeks, what would that be?
I
Nice.
pasted a picture
Okay.
in adventuring, but basically like leather, definitely still got some of the scale gloves, you know, like not approachable, but definitely fancy.
Cool. Yeah. So essentially what you have there, but also again kind of inlaid with gold stitching. The bracers, not scale, but rather leather with a plate on top. It doesn't seem super rigid. It seems to be carved out of more of a like silver metal. So it's not silver, but it's something that resembles silver. And etched into it are the sort of Celtic designs that are associated with the northern Orcish clans. And so these very cool knots that kind of run into each other, somewhat Nordic, somewhat Celtic looking.
That is so dang thoughtful.
Yeah. And it fits, again, perfectly. You've never had clothing that fits this well. Ash, what would your character be wearing? What would Ash?
I imagine he would have received like a tunic, like a lighter, like almost like tannish or white kind of tunic, probably like some kind of like leather vest or something to go over that. Trousers like probably like a deep earth color, maybe brown or green, something like that. Brown leather boots, brown belt. He would also definitely be sticking a dagger into one boot and probably one into the other boot. It's just like at this point so used to traveling and having weapons on him that would feel honestly more out of place without a weapon than he does in these clothes. I think like that, and then probably like a nice leather band too, because he would wash his hair and pull it back and tie it back instead of always being kind of in his face.
Cool. Yeah, so that is essentially what you have, with some also, again, very fine golden thread on the same appearance, and as well a long, to about your knees, white trench coat that kind of make it. It's kind of like a cloak, but it kind of comes up and it looks very nice with, again, golden thread and some very intricate patterns that kind of are woven down the sides of it. And Ericos.
So, are you familiar with what the coat of the duelist looks like?
I am not.
It's basically a pirate's coat. It's a very formal-looking pirate's coat. And given that Ericos, in his younger days and in his not-so-younger days, was the child of pirates, he would definitely have one of these for formal occasions.
Nice.
And he has one that is gold trimmed, and that fits very nicely and conveniently right over all of his armor. Isn't that nice? So he will be wearing that over his armor.
Okay, great. Yeah. Actually, just in the box for you isn't much. It's kind of all the things that you see. Everyone else seems to have some like nicer clothing in here, but for you, it is just a pair of gloves with the symbol of the oath of the crown and the crown and the empire inlaid, set in beautiful golden and silver stitch. And then Talita, I believe, is next. Yes, Talita, the turtle man.
Talita does not care what came in the box at all. He will be wearing his blacksmith's leather apron, and he will not be taking things off of his back.
That's about what I assumed. So what you do find in the box is a pair of artificer's goggles that are these beautiful goggles kind of inlaid with runes and symbols, glowing faintly with a magical presence to them. When you put them on, you find you can see a little bit better. They're definitely more just for show than anything else, but they're very, very fancy. And they seem to match your blacksmith apron very well.
Yep, he definitely puts those on.
Cool. And finally, Erisea.
So all I really ever wear is just kind of plain pants and a plain long sleeve shirt, and they're pretty dirty usually. And we don't really wear like dresses in the swamp because we don't want clothing dragging.
Sure.
And so the idea of like formal wear is completely foreign to me.
Cool.
So I don't know, seeing that, what would be in the box.
Okay. So in the box for you is what appears to be a cloak made of finely woven moss. It's very thin, very fancy looking. When you touch it, you realize that it's still cloth that has a minor illusion on it, but it looks just like a mossy field, right? You can tell that great care went into this. as well as what appears to be a same silver metal that makes up Mara's gauntlets, but kind of woven together into what appear to be deer antlers that form a torque, which is like I don't know if you've seen a torque before, but it's an old style Celtic necklace. It's like a solid band of metal that kind of like clasps around your neck, and it kind of comes up so that you have these kind of like small deer antlers poking. They're not like poking into you, but just like at your neck, basically. And so it kind of wraps around it and is this really fine silver. And as well, just some generally better. It's basically what you would normally wear, but just like in a little bit nicer and a little bit cleaner than maybe your normal clothing would be. Cool. And at the bottom, you find an invitation, which I am uploading now. Cool. There you go. So yeah, this is the invitation that you will have.
I'm also now realizing all of us are like posting pictures of our characters in adventuring, but can anyone else see it?
Yeah, it should probably be.
Whoever watches the stream.
Kurt has been pulling them up for the stream.
Kurt, you are such a boss.
Also, can I say that seal looks suspiciously like
Yes.
the Star Trek emblem?
It does actually.
Sus.
Was it only?
I know
it
it's
was
a shark
not
too.
only you, Anna. It was not only you.
So those of you who collected the shark brooches, the shark tooth brooches, that is what this is, except in a waxed seal. It's the exact same appearance. Those were cast metal. This is a waxed seal. And yeah, you are invited to a party at the mansion of Luthor Heavymaker. It is Sharkfin Way, which is a street in the upper boroughs, west, which is near your location now, not too far. And they require formal attire, so it's a good thing that you all just got some formal attire, except for Toledo, who's, I mean, still kind of formal. Not formal. And yes, they will expect you to check your weapons at the door.
What gave him the impression that we needed formal clothes?
You get the distinct feeling that Luthor has had people watching you for a while. These not like
Stalkers.
a little creepy. But like
creepy.
definitely did his research on who you were and what you might find interesting. He's clearly got an extreme attention to detail and has been planning to talk with you for some time.
Or maybe find
What a
the whole
nice
thing
guy.
like super sketchy and like mistrusting him from the start.
We're gonna all put on the
Yeah.
clothes,
That's-
and they're gonna
that's
like
probably-
trap us. It's gonna be like, ah!
Right?
Right, like
I
it's
mean, so
actually
far
a
he
cloak.
doesn't have a motive unless he works for the sharks.
Well, and he all
Yeah,
no,
he does work for the sharks.
For the sharks.
Oh wait, no, wait. Don't we want to tame them? Wait, no, I'm so confused from the last
What's the
section.
other one? It's the other ones. The not the sharks. The
Steel
So
King.
the shark. Steel or
Steel
seal?
King.
Alley
Steel.
sharks?
Like
Oh,
the metal
seal.
things.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
that's
that's
metal.
right.
Alley
Yeah.
Sharks is the other gang.
Oh.
So it's steel like the metal, STEEL, and alley like the place behind a building, sharks. So I should have picked words that were more clear on stream and that didn't have other spelling. But
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do they have a theme song?
they're gonna be the very best.
Dun, dun,
No.
dun, dun,
Yeah. Actually, when you're a jet all the way.
sharks.
Yeah,
Was
I very
directed on
much
film,
recognize
Okay.
that West Side Story was an influence here. Don't worry about it.
I was about to start singing Baby Shark, but okay.
Oh,
this
Baby
works.
Shark. Yeah, that works too. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, what would you like to do? You have a bunch of fancy clothes and a little bit of time to kill before a fancy party.
I heard kill and I was like, we have something to kill? kind of enthusiasm. I'm like,
To the bone
Time
hole.
I imagine like either Ash or Eriko saying something like that in the like main room, like, well, it looks like we've got some time to kill, and Ruby just like
Yeah.
from a doorway.
well, I take
What
the
are we
dagger
killing?
from my back, and I'm like, did someone say kill?
Kill? No, Ruby. Not actually killing.
Ugh.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would just be like trying to get comfortable. I would feel very uncomfortable in these clothes. So I'd probably just be like off where no one can see me and like practice like talking
I think
fancy.
I have to go to the market and sell the fancy clothes.
Eric?
Oop.
Eriko's just looking for something.
Looking for something?
Yeah, he's looking for something. He's looking for another article of clothing that is buried deep in his closet somewhere.
Okay.
So he'll be off doing that. You'll see when he comes downstairs.
Cool.
Nice.
And sorry, Kurt, I think you cut out for a second maybe, or at least on mine you did. What did you say you would be doing?
Yeah, sorry. I said that's weird because it did like anyway. Yeah, I would be uncomfortable, and it's been a while, but like I was in the military, so I am kind of used to some formal environments. I think I would be like off where no one can see me, kind of like practicing, like being like I've been alone for a long time and out in the wild for a long time, and I just feel very uncomfortable. So I'm trying to get comfortable again, like being formal. So I'm like practicing, like, oh, well, how are you today? And this was like very funny, just like sounding awkward, but trying to sound like a debutante.
Nice.
I'm so happy all my social skills are finally going to be useful.
I think I'm gonna be also doing the same, and maybe even partnering up with Ash, just to not specifically for this party, but to have kind of a better impression and a better impersonation in the future for robbing people. But I don't say that. I'm just like, I come up and I'm like, can I join you?
That's amazing.
Oh my god.
Can I join you so we can do it for the
Oh,
party?
yes, of course. I mean, I'm not very good at this, but yeah, let's do it.
Hey, Kurt, you really are making a Cloud self-insert here because it's just like Cloud definitely is not very good
at all. It's terrible. And I thought about it, but like I really have the dark hair and but like so it's really more like a Zach vibe, honestly. If we're being more than
well, Zach was goofy though. Fine, sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Cat's got the accent down in chat. I don't know if you saw that. What? Hello,
Yes. Yeah,
darling.
exactly. You look lovely.
Cool. Emily, what would Eric be doing?
Well, it said formal, and the most formal thing we ever had was like solstice celebrations. And you definitely want to be clean for that. So I'm, covered in like a week's worth of bone dust and charcoal. So I'm going to take a bath as much as I can.
Take a bath to release yourself from all of the bone jokes that I've been throwing at you.
I love every one of them. As much as I can take a bath, because I assume they're kind of human sized. So more like standing in a full bathtub, trying to get myself washed off.
There's you got some that are different sizes. For that reason, yeah, I think you're good.
Good for an almost 9 foot tall person.
It's not everybody's a human. Like there are dragonborn and different, creatures.
That's fair. So yeah, get myself clean, and then just kind of debate back and forth whether I'm going to put on this necklace. And come to the conclusion that it'll probably be all right if I do. Because it's just silver, and silver's a mix.
It doesn't seem to be magical in any way.
It's more wearing metal.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I put that on, and then I take a little while to wonder whether they're going to consider my walking stick as a weapon, because it's said to relinquish weapons.
It's always the walking stick.
Yeah.
And then that's just kind of lots of thinking going on as I'm getting clean.
Cool.
Oh, now that you mentioned it, I think what Ruby's gonna do is she's gonna put her hair up. She has a white, really curly, fluffy hair, kind of tie it a bit, and put a dagger through the hair to make it seem like an accessory, but it's actually a dagger. So it's a hidden weapon, but no one's gonna know.
Okay.
Don't give yourself a haircut.
I was gonna say, just as there's like a giant handled dagger like poking out of
It's not giant. It's a small one. I was thinking like more of like the size, like a size of my hand, so it would be
Stiletto.
easier to stab it between the
Yeah,
ribs.
or like right
you
in the
know?
back of the neck, just like boop.
Yeah. Just right here, or to slice it. All of the good.
Okay.
Just boop them right in the neck.
Prove them.
Cool. Mara, what would
Very excited. I found somebody else who also hides pencils in their hair.
Always.
Yes. So Mara is she usually braids a little bit of her hair out of her face, just so it's not in the way in battle. But she's gonna try and, make some slightly fancier braids and, keep her hair up because formal is updo. Sure. And once she's done with that, she's gonna put on, all the clothes and the gauntlets and just kind of reflect light off the gauntlet at different points in the ceiling, just super fun, completely absorbed.
Cool.
Ash starts chasing the lights. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
need to get a
assuming,
cat.
Alita, you are just working in your workshop. No, what
Well,
is Alita doing?
So I'm inspecting the goggles, trying to figure out if I can figure out anything more about them, prodding at them a little bit. And then when I see Aracia go and hear her do the bath, I get up and I walk over and I pick up the hand broom and I start brushing myself off. And then I take some of the larger, less valuable to me items off my back and put them in a pile just in the middle of the floor. And I walk away from the pile of junk that I brushed off myself and keep poking at the goggles.
Cool. Sweet. So so you've taken some time. You've prepared yourselves for the party. I'm assuming everybody's got their clothes on, their nice formal clothes. It's reaching about the time that you need to leave to head to the party.
Shall we?
Ericos comes down with his
Ooh,
fancy
hat.
Ericos has rummaged through the closet in his chests and various goods and found a nice fancy hat that fits solidly over
It
his
is a
arm.
nice hat.
It is a nice pirate hat. I mean hat.
Cool. So you are all prepared to leave.
Shall we make our way over? All right.
Let's.
Talita, have you put the goggles on?
Yes.
Okay. As you put the goggles on, you feel the effects of a minor illusion that kind of weaves itself around your body with these golden tendrils, very similar to the golden thread, however, kind of just inlaying themselves into your shell. So where your shell is visible, the lines and cracks in your shell has this just nice kind of golden appearance to it. It also basically puts you under the effects of prestidigitation and cleans off all of your armor. Just gets you nice and clean. He clearly knew what kind of turtle you were.
That is amazing.
Cool.
Talita,
I mean, it's also like very creepy. Like, how much hours of research did it go into it, and why is he so obsessed with us?
This is true.
Like, we need to
I
find
think
out
we will
why.
here very soon.
It might not be a good stalker. Like, we think right now he might be because he gave us all of the stuff that we're gonna sell later on the black market, perhaps. But like, other than that, there might be some.
I mean, having
sketchy stuff
somebody
going on.
get you clothing that fits for the first date is super creepy.
Yeah, it's like, how'd you get my measurements?
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely don't want awkward stalkery things going on for first dates, do we?
But look how nice the gloves
Oh
are.
no, Mara,
Yeah, Mara's just like, I
Mara.
don't know, guys.
Don't let him reel you in.
Would someone creepy really get us this nice of stuff? Really?
Actually, okay, I just thought of this. Perhaps he gave us
That
all
a
this
rhetorical
stuff because he's not gonna pay us. Like, this is the payment. Like,
Oh,
he's
God, you're
paying us
right.
with fancy clothes instead of the
Well,
money.
Oh
so
no,
we,
Ruby's
so we
right.
ask. when
Now
he
this was
wants
the
to
fee to
hire
get us
us.
This is the
door.
price to talk. Don't worry, Ruby. We've
is our
got you.
consulting
We've got
fee.
our key negotiator.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll come out of any situation more
Oh,
more
me.
wealthy than we went into it.
This is to butter us up so that we don't notice the problems with the job that he
Exactly.
wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely get that distinct impression that this is a guy who's clearly good at wooing people in a variety of ways. So,
All right.
Well, I'm not sure that.
All right,
okay.
Lusor. We see you.
cool. So you Groovy just was freaking out there, but great. So you make your way to that mansion.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna head over.
Cool. So as you approach, you realize that this mansion is on a street called Sharkfin Way. It's a large,
Shark fin way.
very very large street. It is in fact the only thing that is on that street. It is.
All right, Groovy.
Yeah, did Groovy just freak out there? So yeah, you make your way in. There are a number of people kind of all gathered around, kind of meandering towards the mansion plot of land. There are some elegant gardens, a few, very beautiful green spaces with hedges and things like that as you walk in. As you make your way forward, you approach the gate, which to the grounds, at which stands a very elegantly dressed guard carrying a fine rapier. It says invitation.
Did we bring it?
I would assume
I
we have
pull
it.
out. Yeah, I pull out the invitation and hand it to the guard.
Great. You will have to leave your weapons here.
Oh,
I didn't even bring mine.
we
I
figured.
got my weapons attached.
Yeah, we figured as much and decided to just spare you the trouble and came without weapons.
Cool. Is anyone
Talita-
trying? Go ahead.
Talita pushes his hammer back a little bit because he doesn't consider it a weapon, but he knows some people do.
Sounds good. Did anybody try to sneak weapons in?
I
I
mean,
did.
hair. I have it in my
Yeah.
hair.
I got a boot knife or two, or maybe three.
Okay. Cool. So go ahead and
I have my staff, but it's my walking stick, so I'm just going to. I'm not hiding it.
okay.
It's more of a. Does he see me with a large walking stick and consider that a weapon?
Cool. So go ahead, everyone. Make me a deception roll.
Oh. Ugh.
Everyone?
Everyone. We're gonna try this little.
Man.
I don't like this. I don't like how. I don't like
Yes.
how this is going. Not 20.
Not
Whoa.
Maybe that'll make up for whatever I get.
Deception. Oh wait, I have good deception. That's right. I'm charismatic.
So what
What-
were we rolling? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Wait, roll deception? 25. That's a 25
Whoa.
then for me.
I got an 8.
Yes. 18 for me.
6.
6.
Sorry. I'm having trouble with D&D Beyond because Foundry isn't open, so it's like not rolling for me. So I need to. Oh, my bag's right here.
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Jonathan?
An 8.
8. Okay. Lita?
10.
10. Okay. Rest see it whenever you get it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep my daggers. I'm gonna keep my daggers.
It's
Hopefully.
I think a
Hopefully.
group
Hopefully.
check.
Unless it's a party. Unless it's a
Ooh.
group. Yeah.
Well, I rolled an 18, so that's 17.
I love how many of you have negatives in.
I have a negative.
It makes for some.
Yeah.
It makes for some really fun stuff. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you managed to. Wait. You rolled a nat 20.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 5, so it's 25.
Okay, cool.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I probably not only I could bring the dagger, but I can also probably snack some
My
food
great
and some
sword.
popcorn. Like
Right.
you're not supposed to do that, but I still did.
My great sword in your
Okay.
hair, just like.
Yeah.
Got a few like airline liquor bottles.
Cool,
Or
yeah.
you can just or one of you can just like give your stuff to me, and then I can sneak around and like just like it won't notice. Like I'll be
The great
loaded with like a bag of everything and all of the weapons, and they're gonna be like, oh, this
Hair
is
of
fine.
holding.
She does have really fluffy, like really big, white, thick hair. So
Yeah.
she probably can fit almost anything in there. Pretty sure.
Cool. Yeah. So he does not stop any of you.
Nice.
He seems to have believed you
All right.
that you don't have weapons. So great. So as you make your way forward, you see this very large entryway through which lies the manor and the rest of the mansion. You walk in, you notice it's made of this beautiful, beautiful marble everywhere. The floor is lined in marble. The walls are still wooden, but they're very, very fine wood with intricate carvings. And these pillars of marble kind of rise up and reach the ceiling. And inside are a lot of people. What would you like to do? Welcome to the party.
Cool. I'm gonna survey the room immediately.
Free food. I immediately run for free food
Cool.
and free drinks, and I start eating at the same time I was hiding stuff.
All right. Are you at all discerning in what you eat?
Too late. Too late.
This is gonna be okay. So personally, as Kate, I'm a super picky eater. Like I don't eat. But I think as Ruby, she's more lenient. She basically just grabs everything, and she doesn't really have a preference as long as it smells good. So like whatever smells good, like the smellier, the better. Like probably like if there's any barbecued meat, she'll go after that first because like that smell will probably just be everywhere.
Cool. So yeah, as you approach, there's a number of like waiters and serving staff kind of wandering the room with trays that they hold up. Roll me a d20. Just
Okay.
a flat d20.
Let me see. 10.
10. All right. So as you kind of just go for the first waiter that you see, there's this very nice aroma coming off of the food. It seems to be some kind of barbecued meat, just like you were saying. And as you take a bite, you immediately notice that something is a little bit off.
Or no.
Can you roll me a d4?
Oh no.
D4 is the cube, right?
It's the triangle, like a pyramid.
Okay, gotcha. I like it the most. I like the design most. 4.
Okay. So, as you take a bite, this food is so spicy.
Oh no!
It is
Oh no!
spicier than anything you've ever eaten in your entire life.
She bit into a
What?
ghost pepper.
No.
And your eyes immediately start to wander. Your tongue is on fire. Your nose starts to run. Like all the classic like super spicy food.
Yeah.
And for the next couple rolls, like probably half an hour in game, you will take disadvantage on perception rolls and just like general ability checks.
Amazing.
I mean,
How
okay.
on fire your mouth is.
Ericos
something
is
to
watching this
note.
happen and it's just like, neat, that looks yummy.
That's so funny. Yeah, you could just eat whatever you want.
I
Huh?
could. Possibly, yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, outside of the game, I'm really not spicy intolerant. Even mild is kind of like too spicy for me.
Yeah.
So I'm that kind of person who's like avoiding
Oh,
spicy
yeah.
food at all costs. And I
Then that
think
was
Ruby
perfect.
wouldn't have a chance to eat anything spicy in her life before. Maybe by accident, maybe something like mild, but definitely nothing to this scale. So she's already thinking that she's slowly dying. Probably,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Like, someone poisoned me, folks. We have to start attacking them. No,
Oh,
I
no.
can't. I'm dying.
Pulls
gonna
the
fan
knife
you.
out.
So as you're standing there, another waiter walks up and hands you a very large flute of sparkling liquid. And for the rest of you as well, waiters kind of approach and offer you a drink.
I split towards my face instead of drinking it.
Close
Awesome.
your eyes, though.
Did you just say you threw the drink in your own face?
Well, not the cup, just the drink. So like,
Right,
I
like whoosh.
You just splash.
Gotta
Yeah,
cool
like,
yourself.
I don't know what spicy food tastes like, so I'm just assuming I was poisoned and like there's
Yeah.
something wrong, and I'm just like I need to clear out all of the tears, so I just like throw
Oh
it to
my
my face.
goodness, this is
Do you
amazing.
tell us that you think you're poisoned? Like, are you expressing that?
Yeah, I think I would be trying to have a direct call to action,
Yeah, she's probably trying to get
but I
us.
think like
As-
probably one of the waiters is gonna be like, calm down,
As soon
like
as-
this is
yeah.
fine.
So as soon as Ruby is like saying that she's poisoned, I would cast Lesser Restoration on her.
Aww.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
As you're watching, however, a familiar face walks up to the same tray that Ruby just ate off of. It is Alucard, the owner of the magic shop just down the street from you. And he grabs one of the small spiced meats and just pops it into his mouth and chomps down, seemingly fine. No reaction.
Ruby's like takes his by his shirt and like, what is this magic? How are you not dead?
He says, "Oh, well, I mean these are dragon fire barbecued meats. I don't-
Dragonfire. Ericos just like takes
Oh
one,
my
just like-
goodness.
Yeah. Also roll me a d20 and a d4. I'll give you advantage on the d20 because you
Say I resistance to fire.
yeah,
Come
you
on. What do you want this for? Is the
just a
Constitution?
straight d20
Oh,
with
okay.
advantage and then a d4.
Hang on a sec. I gotta. How do you just roll a straight d20 on D&D Beyond?
Oh yeah, good question. I don't know.
Hang on. I'll pick something that I have 0 in, which is nothing. Alright, I'm gonna just roll a -1 on something, and then I'll add 1 to it.
Okay.
Alright. The better of the rolls was a 13.
Okay.
And a D4. Oof. Well. Come on, D&D Beyond. How do you just roll dice?
Yeah.
Oh, I found it.
I
It's in
think there
interface.
is a dice roller.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a lower left corner. The D4 is a 1.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
Nice.
It's spicy. You definitely. This is some of the spicier food you've eaten, but you enjoy it and it's good. You don't seem to be poisoned.
This is absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for this delicacy.
The waiter kind of bows and continues on to the rest of the party. Cool. Yeah. So some of you I think said you were maybe surveying the area.
Definitely, as soon as I walked in, I want to see where all the guards are, see if I can spot Luthor, see if there's anyone else I recognize. I just can't turn that off. When I go into like a place, I immediately scope out all the exits, everything like that.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me perception.
Oh, that's not going to be good. I mean, it doesn't even matter what the modifier is. That's a 2. That's a 2.
Nice. Okay. No worries. Yeah, there's a lot of people at this party. And as you're kind of looking around, you are.
Oh no!
You're right there.
Chat. I think they're looking at chat. Oh.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh!
Amazing.
You are the worst. You are the worst.
Someone's got to say it out
Oh
loud.
my god.
Druid fluids in the bone hole.
Bone hole.
I
like the welcome to the bone hole special
yeah.
of the night.
The other thing is the context of this completely
No.
changes whether it is a brothel or a bar.
This is amazing. Oh, let's have our special drink be called Druid Fluid.
Oh God!
Oh.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you all a story about the first time I used
Oh
prestidigitation.
my
sorry,
goodness.
We made chicken liquid. It was not liquid chicken. It was chicken liquid.
Oh dear.
We still don't know what the consistency was. It was somewhere between chicken and liquid. But boy, was it delicious for some folks, being the wizard who used it.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, yeah. So you don't see a whole lot. You, for a second, think you might have caught sight of Luthor. You see a few more other familiar faces. You get hung up for a second on Rudy, who appears to be dying, and also then Ericos, who seems to be fine. So yeah, not a whole lot to see.
Yeah, I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's been a long time since I've been in an environment like this, and so I'm just feeling anxious. I kind of got my back to the wall. Not really, I'll loosen up in a little bit, but for right now, I'm just trying to get like a sense of the room, and it's not working out for me.
Yeah.
Do you pretend like you don't know us? Because like I'm making a scene certainly, and that's not very like appropriate.
Yeah. I'm just in the corner.
I think I've been around a lot of very interesting folks, and seen. I was in the military, and so there's probably not much I haven't seen people do. I don't embarrass easy, but I'm just more so trying to figure out what's going on with this ball and why we're here. And I think my next thing I would want to do is just find Luthor and be very direct and be like, hey, what are we doing?
Cool. So would you like to wander around the party? Anybody else doing anything? Go ahead. You can all just kind of tell me in general what you might be doing. Morrow or whoever would like to go. Anybody doing anything special?
Checking out the architecture inside the house. Into some nice stonework. It's scoping. Looking
Ericos
around.
will mingle.
Cool. Great. So yeah. Sorry, I'm distracted by chat as well. Cool. Yeah. The architecture is very pretty. It is very elegant. Luthor is clearly a very wealthy individual. If it wasn't evident by the clothing that he just gave you for free, this house has definitely confirmed that for you. Sorry, I'm really distracted by chat. Anyway, as you wander around, all of you, unless anyone's doing anything special, as you kind of just mingle at the party, some of you might be sticking together doing different things. You see a few familiar faces. For one, over near the bar is what appears to be a very, very drunk Yosivar. The person who hired you for the first job, the gnomish man who hired you for the first job. He is just kind of carousing about the place. You also see Luthor, who is kind of also schmoozing, clearly talking to the important people in the room, getting to really know the people who he hasn't met before. Very much just like a very like hospitable host. And you also see Alucard, who made an appearance there while he was grabbing some of the Dragonfire barbecued beef, and is now just flirting with and hitting on everything that moves. Literally anyone in the place, it seems he is flirting with. And sorry, Alucard. So Yosivar, you walked away. Yosivar is very drunk, and it's a party. Luthor is generally schmoozing, getting to know people, being a host, and Alucard is flirting and hitting on everything that moves.
Wait, Alucard is the one that sent us the invitation, right?
Luthor is the one who sent you the invitation.
Oh,
Alucard is the one who owns the magic shop. Alucard White. Cool. What would you like to do?
Uh,
I want to go and flirt there.
I was just gonna say that. I'm like,
here
Oh,
we
God.
go.
Practice.
All right.
Wait a minute. So the person whose mouth is on fire
And
is gonna
flirt.
go.
Yeah, you've got like
Snot.
tears and snot just running down your face.
Okay.
is it
Right.
hot in here, or is it just
Oh.
my face?
Yeah. Is it hot in here, or is it that meat that
I
I just
take
ate?
it back. I forgot that was still a thing, and it's probably like, yeah, you said it's gonna last for like half an hour, so I'm probably
Yep.
just gonna.
I
To
mean-
go away from the public scene, I think I'm gonna move to the bathroom and just kind of sob there alone by myself.
I have a question actually.
Mhm.
Is what Ruby is suffering from technically a disease or a poison? Because I could always lay on hands to that shit.
That's a really good question. I don't know. Sure, if you want to.
I looked at her, Ruby, because I clearly see what's going on, and I just kind of I motioned for her to come close. I put my hand on her shoulder. I spend 5 points of lay on hands to cure this disease and poison, and I
Yeah.
say, Ruby, please be careful before you put dragon meat into your mouth like that next time. It's very dangerous. if you don't know.
It smelled like barbecue. I love barbecue. It's one of my favorite dishes, as long with everything else that's smelly.
Yeah. So you feel a lot better, Ruby. Your nose has stopped running. You still have some tears and snot on your face, you know, like after you've eaten something really spicy. But it feels like you kind of just had a nice, cool glass of milk. It's gone down well. You're not on fire anymore. You no longer will suffer penalties to anything.
Yay.
Cool. And
Wait, how drunk is he? Just out of curiosity.
Alucard?
Like, yeah, is he drunk and hitting on people, or is he just hitting on people?
He does not seem to be very drunk. He just seems to be hitting on people.
Okay. I wanted to see just how drunk he was. If, like, he would start flirting with me in this condition that I'm currently in. But no, okay, not this time.
Cool. What would you all like to do? What? Let's go ahead. Go ahead, Ericos.
I mean, I would at some point, like, I guess I would want to have a conversation. Who's the one that sent us the invite again?
Luso.
I want to talk to him at some point. It doesn't have to happen right now, but I want to talk to him at some point.
So
I want to go
right
buy.
now-
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm gonna go buy Yosabar another drink. Clearly needs it.
Well,
Yeah,
let's give Ruby some fun.
Yes.
So Lucifer is fairly preoccupied at this moment. He seems to be kind of deep in a conversation with guests, people you don't recognize, but they appear to be nobles of some kind. So as you're standing there, Ericos, a man walks up to you, and he's kind of a general noble. And he says, "Oh my, are you a paladin of the crown?"
Oh, that's right, the gloves. Yes, indeed, that is I. Who are you?
Oh, well, I am. I don't have a name. I should have thought about this before
Oh.
I started doing it. Hold on.
I
Sorry.
am mysterious.
You weren't
Like,
counting on me.
Well,
asking
that is
for
a
name
negative 10 on
immediately.
your
Yeah,
perception
I
check.
should have thought about this. I am Lord Dalcon.
Dalcon? Who's that?
Ah, Dalcon, yes. Dalkon.
This is Emblem the Falcon.
Yeah.
Dalkin the Falcon?
That's definitely his
Nice.
nickname.
Yeah. I would love for you to regale me of your adventures in the Order. What is it like to serve the crown?
It has a lot of what is a word to describe it? Notoriety that comes with it, I would say, and makes me feel like I'm doing something, which I
yes.
really appreciate.
Indeed, yes. And as you kind of notice, he is not paying attention to you.
Yeah, I figure.
Yeah. He is looking around, trying to see who all is looking at him, talking to you.
Interesting.
Yeah. The crown, the Oath of the Crown paladins in this area are well regarded, and so he is clearly just trying to make it seem as though he knows you. but blowing you off.
I mean, can I make a performance check to try to play up to this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do it. I critted. 23.
All right.
So I start to kind of put a little bit of flair into my step, I guess it is, and kind of do a fancy little wave of the hand, which shows the emblem of the crown on my gloves. And I gesture towards him, and I say that, sure. I say, sir, I do appreciate the kindness that you have shown me this evening to come and break bread, not really break bread, drink fine spirits with me and partake in this wonderful affair.
Cool. Yeah, so as you do this, you catch a few eyes, the glint of the candlelight off of the fine gold silk that you have in your gloves, kind of catches a few people who look over and hear you say this and are suddenly just envious, like so jealous on their faces, and they come up and try to nudge their way into the conversation as well. He however, Dalton is kind of he doesn't even know what to say at this point. He is so dumbfounded by the idea that you are really putting this much effort into it, that now he's just kind of like, well, yes, well, thank you very much. Yes, it has been great to break bread with you. And let me buy you a drink.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
Cool. So yeah, he takes you over to the bar.
Is this not open bar?
It's there's waiters walking around with a fine champagne style drink, but there's also a bar at which you can purchase other drinks. There's a house keg, but the bar is a cash bar. Cool. So what is Mara doing? Sorry.
So Yosabar is the drunk one, not the flirty one, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and he's the one who gave us the job and the tavern and the. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna saunter on over by myself and I don't know a fancy drink, which will not be named, and one for him as well.
Name it.
No.
Yeah.
Anna, what fancy drink are you?
Yeah, what is it?
Bartender, do you know how to make druid fluids?
Shannon.
I'll take 2.
Yeah.
I thought this was gonna be like our house cocktail.
It's gonna be the house cocktail of our bar, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sharing our secret recipe.
So there are many types of druid fluid, and you can you mix and match flavor profiles as you see fit. But his is a he takes out a small mushroom and kind of grinds it up in a mortar and pestle before pouring what appears to be gin. So it's a fine bottle of glass with various botanicals floating in it. Pours it into a glass, tops it with some kind of fruity concoction. You're not quite sure what it is, and then on top just sprinkles some of that fine mushroom powder and hands it to you. And now you have your druid fluid.
The finest drink outside of the bone hole.
Oh my gosh!
All right, so I'm sitting down next to Yosabar, and I'm handing him a glass. Cheers, my friend.
Oh my! Cheers to you too. Thank you very
Please
much.
tell me this is gonna do something terrible.
Oh no.
So he takes a drink. He takes a real long drink, like a nice pull from this drink. He goes, "Oh, that's quite lovely. Thank you very much." Oh. He takes another really long pull, and it's gone. He sets it down.
So what brings you to this party? You hanging out, looking for anything? Like I'm always looking for work. Not gonna try and mix business pleasure too much, but just hanging out, drinking stuff. I'm real good with words. Just drink my drink.
Did you say that? You actually said that? I'm real good with words. Did you say that to them?
I muttered that.
So he kind of hiccups again. Oh, well, I am a close personal friend of Lucer, and I am here to hang out with him. And well, it's quite some party, isn't it?
It's quite a party. Does Lucer throw a lot of parties like this?
He's well, okay. Well, you didn't hear it from me. And he leans in real close. You didn't hear it from me, but Lucer, well, he's in charge of the alley sharks. He likes to pretend that the life of crime, he's really a socialite.
Wow. Usually it's kind of the other way around. That's
Yeah.
weird.
He has some good dealings with the college, and they tend to look the other way. But I do some work for him every now and then, as you know.
Yes.
I help people procure things when I can, and well, he, as a crime boss, needs some things procured sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta procure when you gotta procure. Yeah. Procuratives.
Totally.
Yeah. Apologies, the truth. It's getting in my head. Yeah.
Things have started to spin a little bit for you. Everybody in the room is starting to glow with like a very faint fairy fire effect, just to you. But everyone is very, it's a little psychedelic.
Are my arm plates even more shiny now?
Yes. Now they're like
Oh,
where they
wow.
shine in like rainbows.
Wow, dude, check this out.
I really hope nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, we got a tripping half orc now running
He
around.
just looks gorgeous. Everyone looks gorgeous. It
This
is
is how it's
beautiful.
PK
You
hack.
see this architecture.
One of
You
us
see the
gets
interior
drunk as hell.
decoration.
One of us gets all messed up on psychedelics.
Everyone burns their face.
Yeah.
One of us gets kidnapped. So
Do
he's after me.
So
Yeah.
while this is going on,
Yeah.
you notice that Toledo has downloaded downed his third druid fluid. And he's over, and he has found the like shyest person up against standing up against the wall, and he starts like taking off the goggles and talking about them to them. Just keeps going.
Which is amazing. Would that take the spell off
Awesome.
when he
I
takes?
don't have enough play on hands for this.
Yeah. So as you take the goggles off, you kind of the effects of prestidigitation
Oh,
remain.
that's right.
They don't go away, but the golden hues that you kind of have disappeared for the time being. Cool. What would you all like? Anybody else want to do anything?
We are such a mess.
Yeah, we're the best.
I love
We're
it.
the best.
Well,
This is great. This is exactly what I was hoping for out of a party episode.
this is much different than any sort of solstice festival that I've been to. So, and
The
I'm
title of this
also
episode is an elegant soiree.
Yeah. It's elegant and it's a soiree. It just happens to be a little bit of a party as well.
This is how they do. This is how they soiree in the alley sharks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to try and like watch and see who Lucer, if I can keep kind of an eye on him and who he's talking to, and then after he talks to people, I want to go up and talk to them and just kind of figure out who they are. I'm much like I've come to the realization that he is deeply invested in knowing a lot about us, and now I feel that I want to return that favor.
Cool. Yeah. He's been talking to some various people throughout the party, various nobles, royalty, just upper class people in this the city. Maybe a few people who look a little less like the normal people that you would see in the city. There is at least one or two dragonborn, which are not very common in Eclins Fall. A few elves, a few humans, a few halflings, gnomes, all that kind of thing. But he is clearly just kind of making the rounds, especially to people he doesn't know, who he seems he gets very animated every time he talks to someone he's never met before. You start to glean that that's kind of what's going on. Great. Do you want to talk to somebody?
Yeah, I'm gonna approach anyone who it looks like he was less animated talking to.
Okay. So there is one of the Dragonborn who is there. He seemed to, as he walked up, he kind of did like a little hug. Like they clearly knew each other. Spent a little bit of time just saying the pleasantries, things like that, and then he moved on. But not as much time as he spent with any of the other people.
So I approach. Good evening. How's your night going?
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. I couldn't help but notice you were talking to Lusor. Me and some of my friends, we are the new proprietors of the Wyvern, and he's invited us here, and I'm just trying to get a feel for Lusor and kind of this part of town, and yeah, I'd just love to know a little bit more about you, and just trying to meet some folks.
He kind of steps back and looks you up and down, clearly looking for something off, but seeing your fancy clothing and kind of your attitude, he's kind of just, yes, well, I am Lord Nadam. I live here in Eclins Fall. I'm old friends with Lusor. He mentioned something about you the other day. Said he was looking to acquire some new help, perhaps from the adventurers who had acquired that tavern.
Huh.
I myself never deal in something so mundane.
Ooh, what would you deal in?
Oh, I deal in many a thing.
Huh. Well, how about I buy you a druid fluid and we talk about that?
Awesome. Cool. So you gonna buy them?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna wave I guess technically we don't buy them here, but yeah, I'm gonna wave someone down, ask them for a drink, and then I'll just express more curiosity. I mean, if you find these type of jobs mundane, I'm very interested to find what you think is not mundane.
He sits down with you and, oh, well, I thank you kindly for the drink. I primarily deal in securities on trade ships from the ports on the western coast of the Empire.
Wow. Okay. That's very interesting. So security as in you provide safe passage for these cargo ships, and wow, do you have a lot of dealing with like pirates and yeah.
No. Oh, that's much too mundane for my tastes. No, I deal in securities, equity, debt, things like that to help finance these ships for the markets. It's quite fascinating. I could tell you about it if you'd like.
Oh yeah, that does sound
Please
really interesting. And as he's saying that, I'm just slowly backing away. It's just like, yeah. Like I don't care about.
So he turns and kind of takes a drink of his drink. And he's, well, yes. So I primarily deal in stocks and mutual funds, things like that, bonds to help secure the cargo and the ships and things like that. And as he turns back, he goes, oh.
That's amazing. Did not get much info, but I did not want to talk about that. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm just gonna look around, see.
Cool.
I think at this point I'm actually gonna try and find the rest of the party, and we've been here, got the lay of the land. I think it's time we find Lusor and get to the business.
Cool. Yeah. So as you're making your way across the room, Lusor actually comes up to you, and he says, hello. I gotta remember what his accent was. Hold on.
Neither can I.
It was
that's
Scottish.
right.
If I can do it, we'll see how this works. I'm so glad to see you. Now, I'd love to talk with you and your friends. If you don't mind gathering them up and meeting me back in my study, it's right through that door over there. And, I'd like to talk to you about the potential job.
So I'm actually just not answering and staring at him because that's exactly what I was going to do, and now I'm like very suspicious because he's gotten us the clothes and all this stuff, and now I'm thinking like really weird thoughts, and I'm just watching his face for a second. Okay, yeah. I'll go see if I can round up the rest of the party. And where would you like us to meet you? Where was that again?
Oh, yes. The study is right back there. You can just go through that door and then to the right. You'll see it.
Okay.
Can't miss it.
All right. Well, we'll see you in a few minutes then.
He sort of heads that direction. He snaps his fingers, and two people kind of fall in line behind him as he walks through the door.
I start walking the other way and snap my fingers, but nothing happens.
Any of you show up when he snaps his fingers.
Why would we know that that's a sign for anything?
I'm gonna wander over. I like the sound of snaps right now.
I'm gonna just like start snapping music.
And now we've got the jet.
You got the snap train.
You're a jet.
And I'm like, oh, finally, someone listened to me about this new band I wanted to start with all of the snaps. Finally, Ash is joining me. Yay! And I'm like doing like a happy
Wait,
snap.
no, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. We're supposed to look intimidating
like,
and on point.
Yeah.
A well-oiled unit.
Yeah.
Something that you all didn't know is that's exactly how Toledo's mom would get his attention, so he immediately comes over.
Hilarious.
I love it. Yeah. Was Toledo's mom a
Oh!
That was the best.
Oh, make it stop.
All right. So yeah, you've managed to regroup, kind of catching your wits, getting yourselves together. Before you head in, let's go ahead and take a break,
Ooh,
and we'll be back very soon.
let me do that.
Nope.
Stay around, y'all. Back soon.
thing is skipping around again. Oh, there we go. It's not too bad.
Looks good on mine.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think we are back.
We are.
Looks like we're live. Cool. Sweet. Welcome back, everyone. We are here. We have our druid fluid.
Yes.
My alarm is going off.
I have a whole bottle of druid fluid just to be safe. Can't have enough.
Cool.
Druid fluid pong, anyone?
So you are all kind of together, kind of recouping after your various incidences across the party, ready to go talk to Lucy. So whenever you are ready to go discuss your potential work with Lucer.
Yeah, let's head that way.
Cool.
Ruby, were you done talking to your friend?
The last time I spoke, I think I was doing all of the snappy snap dance.
That's right.
With Ash. Wait, what friend?
Gotcha. Never mind.
I don't have friends. He isn't a friend. He's just Ash. It's Ash. It's not a friend.
Cool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ash is just like looking like, what the hell?
Cool. So yeah, you headed back there?
Yeah, so I tell him Lucer is in the study and he seems to have some potential work for us. Surprise, surprise. I think we kind of figured that out. Let's go see what it is.
Cool.
I mean, it obviously is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what
that
it
simple.
is.
Yeah.
That would be what it is.
And what it is what it...
Cool.
Yep, I'm done.
So you head back towards the study. As you walk through the door that Lucer pointed out, there are a few other doors down the hallway. It's a huge mansion. But to your right, you see the door to the study. It's ajar. Inside, you can see Lucer sitting at a desk. Going in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Great. As you walk in, Lucer sits behind a desk. So the study is incredibly lavish. There's tons of books and scrolls and all sorts of information kind of lining the walls. In the middle sits a very large desk behind which Lucer sits. It's a little low to the ground. He's a dwarf. So he kind of sits in the middle there. And to the corner is a glass case with the alabaster mask, Talita, that you saw kind of resting in it on a nice velvet cushion. And as you walk in, you sort of says, "Oi, very glad that you could make it. I see the clothes I picked out for you fit pretty well."
Indeed.
Wonderful.
How did you know what I'd like so much? You know, this is lovely. I adore it.
I've made a lot of money, and spent a lot of time getting to know people. I'd say my main business is knowing people, knowing what they want, what they need. When you come down to it, people are pretty readable.
Well,
Wow.
I think that kind of
Getting like marketer vibes off this.
yeah, for real. I mean, I think that kind of applies to you, and it would seem that you've got some work for us. I can only imagine that's why you have taken such an interest. What is it that you want from us?
Yosibara was telling me about the work you did, procuring that stolen goods for the college. Sounds like you did a wonderful job for him, and I greatly appreciate you clearing the name of the alley sharks at the same time. It seems as though those bastard Steel Kings were looking to frame us and get us into bad sorts with the college, and I quite agree. I quite approve of your methods. That being said, as much as they're bastards, this war with the Steel Kings that I've got going on has started to hurt my bottom line. I'd really like it if you could potentially take them this peace offering. I hope that it's not too much work. But first, it's all business. I try these days to enjoy the finer things. I'm looking to settle a little bit. And he snaps his fingers, and the one of the attendants that is in the room. There's 2 or 3 attendants in the room. Comes over, opens a large cabinet full of liquors and wines and various other things, and pulls out a large bottle. Pours each of you a glass, hands it to every single one of you, Luthor included. And he says, "A toast to the work you've done and the work we may do."
As Ruby hears the toast and sees everyone drinking it, she's kind of just throws her drink behind her back instead of drinking it, just in case, because she doesn't trust you.
Yeah, what kind of check do I have to make?
Yeah, do you wanna make a check?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you just throw your drink into the face of some poor guard next to the door?
Oh no! Like you pretend to drink, but you actually just pour it somewhere behind your back, like on
As
a
it
plant
just makes
or something.
That's what I'm saying.
quick, flashing sound.
Into the hair of Holding.
Yeah. So, do you want to? Before you do that, do you want to make a check?
I would like to make some sort of check to ascertain the safety.
Yeah, go ahead. I will let you make a choice. You can either make an insight check to determine if Luthor would be trying to poison you, or anything like that, or you can make a medicine check to determine if this has poison in it.
Insight it is.
So, while they're doing this and figuring all this out, Toledo just
I'm
drinks
not
it
saying
because
it's poison. I just think it might alter our vision, or it might mess with our perception. Like, it might do something that we don't want to happen to us. So not necessarily to kill us, but something to might happen.
So Luthor did drink from his, and he let you all choose a glass first, if that helps with anything. But what'd you get?
10.
10? Yeah. He's genuine. There's nothing. Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry. What I'll say is that Ericos will get ready to lay on hands himself.
Cool.
Just in case. And he takes a drink.
Great. Everybody, who else is taking drinks?
I took mine. I waited to see. I held it until I watched Luthor drink theirs and then threw it back.
Cool.
Toledo did not wait at all because he's still feeling the effects of 3 druid fluids and just downed the whole thing.
All right.
Yeah, I just boop.
You boop that drink.
Boop it right away.
Boop. It's gone.
So Ruby did not drink hers.
Yeah.
Okay. Arcia?
I think I'd probably sip at it.
Okay.
I'm not really a shots sort of person.
Yeah, it's like a glass of wine. It's not like a
Okay,
like a shot.
everybody's like, I throw
yeah,
it,
yeah.
I throw it back.
Oops.
No, I'll sip
Well,
at
I
it.
still threw
Sorry,
mine
yeah.
back.
So yeah, really needed that. Yeah. So yep. Cool. So as you finish your, each all toast to the drinks, things like that. The source says, great. Well, let's get down to business. And he reaches under his desk and pulls out a large box, turns it around, opens it up. Inside is a beautifully ornate dagger. Seems to be it's not sharp. It's clearly dull, carved with these elaborate. People are quoting the Princess Bride.
Oh, you cut out.
So,
Okay.
very beautiful, very elaborate dagger with these carved etchings down it, some runes, some spirals, just lots of different things. Very, very beautiful. Made of silver and gold. And he says, I'd like you to take this to the Steel Kings. I've heard their leader is a man named Donovan.
Do you want us to put it in between his ribs?
Ruby.
This is a common offering of peace in the Empire. So
Okay.
we put down the daggers and we give them to our enemies. And it's a show of peace.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Why is it that you need us to deliver this dagger? You must have lots of
Yeah, it
people.
seems kind of sketchy.
You snap your fingers and drinks are poured, and I try it as I snap again. And
As you do it, he comes up and pours you another drink.
Amazing.
Well, I won't lie to you. Part of it is because you're a bit expendable. Not gonna lie. Another part of it is that I'm looking.
You did a lot of research for expendable people, right there.
I do my research for everyone, lass.
Can't. Yeah. All right.
Fair. Okay.
But more than that, I'm interested in acquiring your services in the future as well. And this is a good test to see how things go. If this goes well, I would greatly like your help with a few more things.
So let's talk about payment. What do you have in mind for us to deliver this, so to say, peace bringing to them? I'm saying peace bringing like with the most sarcastic tone you could ever imagine, Ruby to tell. Like she clearly doesn't trust him, or like the fact that it's gonna be a peace bringing. Like there's probably gonna go something. Like something's gonna go wrong in here.
He kind of like thinks for a second, counts a little bit in his head. Let's say 150 gold for delivery. Oh no.
Wait, can someone do the math?
There's 6 of us. 150.
It's not gonna give us.
Yeah.
25.
25 gold piece a person.
25.
I mean, okay. Can we add 10 gold per each? If everything's gonna go peaceful as you expect, we accept the price. But we would like to go with the higher rate in case there's any complications in our friendly and peaceful, so to say, delivery of this dagger.
Also, half up front.
Oh yeah, let's do that too.
All right. I'll give you 200 total. If there's any complications, 150 if you deliver it without any problem. And I'll do a third up front.
Good enough. Okay.
Cool.
200 divided by 6. That's an odd. Right?
Yeah.
No. What is
Give
200
Ruby the
divided by
extra since
6?
she's the negotiator.
33 gold, 33 silver, 33 copper.
Oh, that's right. We did this.
We did this
before,
already.
right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So then a third of that would be 66 gold, 66 silver, and 66 copper up front.
Oh, God.
Divided by 6, so 11 gold, 11 silver, 11 copper.
Why not just make it 70 gold up
So
front?
I'll give you a third of the 150 up front. So 50 gold pieces up front. If you come back and there's any trouble, I'll add another 50 on top. How about that?
Got it. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Mara hates math, so she just
Nods. Yeah, sure.
So he says, once more, I'd like to toast. I think this is going to be the beginning of a beautiful, beautiful relationship between us. He pours you all another round, holds it up. As you prepare to make a toast, the door behind you flings open. Each of you
I pull the knife out of my boot. Like
So
ASAP.
I pull
Give
my
him a
dagger,
chance.
like
Give him
tiny
a
dagger
chance
from
to
my
say what
ear.
he's gonna say.
pull
No
an entire
way.
ladder out, crawl out the window.
I pull out some druid fluid.
All of the bombs, all of the dynamite, I just take it out of there. Some Molotov cocktails.
The
you know?
poison I stole from Aricia.
You never stole it from me.
I
You
know,
don't even
I
know
know.
I have it.
I know.
So, as each of you attempt to turn, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
How do we do a saving throw? Is that a 20 plus wisdom modifier?
It would be your it'd be your wisdom saving throw modifier, which is like could be slightly different than just your wisdom.
Oh yeah, mine is different.
Is it not wisdom?
It's
It-
wisdom, but if you're proficient, you get to add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, so does proficiency add to all of them? So like I have +2 bonus. Does that mean like all of them whenever I roll?
For that
No,
specific
you
type.
only get 2 of your
Mhm.
saving throws that you're proficient in, and I think it's racial, but it might be class.
All right. Oh yeah, I crit it 20 exactly.
Nice.
I got a 8.
16.
I got 13. Oh,
I
sorry.
got 15.
5.
Cool. So Ruby, you everyone else. Okay, so everyone else, you are paralyzed. You cannot move. Your glasses are held to the air.
Hell?
As you were about to take a toast. Ruby, you managed to turn just enough, and as you make this turn, you kind of feel your joints begin to freeze as well. And as you look towards the door, a figure in all black walks through, followed by 3 other figures dressed very, very similar. As the figure in the lead walks through, you notice those of you, well, Ruby, I think you're the only one who can see him currently. As he walks past each of you, however, so Ruby, you notice first, followed by everyone else in the room. He has a solid steel arm. It appears to be not mechanical, but just made of pure living steel.
Oh, gee. I wonder who this is.
So that's why the Steel Kings.
Brad Axe.
As he walks in,
I want that arm.
pulls off a mask, and says, "Hello. So
This
good,
should have been a masquerade. God damn it. That would be fun.
so good to see you, Luthor." And he kind of walks up to the desk. He looks Luthor also frozen. This pose. Kind of looks at the dagger on the desk. Is this to be a peace offering? How quaint. He looks around the room. His eyes settle on the case with the mask in the background. He walks up to it, takes his steel arm, punches through the glass, shatters to the ground, reaches in, takes the mask, kind of holds it up to the light, back and forth. Yes. I think this will be a good enough peace offering for what so kind of you to offer such a gift. And he kind of snaps his fingers. One of the 3 other people who are there, you can hear now, is chanting a slow, methodical chant. Probably the thing that has held you in paralysis. Another doing the same thing, but the third walks forward with a dagger. As he walks up, kind of hands it to the figure in front of you, grabs it, takes it, and drives it into Luthor's chest.
Bastard!
We should have gotten 100% up front.
I offer my gift in kind.
Damn.
And
That's
he
cold.
turns around, walks out of the room.
Drama.
Are we still frozen?
And as they leave,
Can any of us talk?
few beats, nothing happens, and now you can move.
I reaction cast healing word on him.
Yeah.
As soon as I have anything like that's
Yeah.
the absolute first thing that happens.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll whatever you need to roll for that.
Hold on. Gotta get my more dice out. Where's my 4s? There they are. Just 4 points, but
Okay.
better than nothing, hopefully.
Yeah.
Auto
Talita would also like to cast heal wounds on him.
Go for it.
Uh, 10.
Cool. So yeah, as you all come out of your paralysis, Luthor comes up and grabs the dagger and pulls it out. As he kind of gasps for air. As your healing spells kind of penetrate into him. They kind of come forming the skin back together. He appears to be healed, and he says, "Go after him."
Going. Running
Going?
down the hallway, bursting
Wait,
out the
Go after
door.
this guy who just walked and paralyzed us for free?
Oh, I'm mad.
I
am
say
mad as hell.
on the way out.
I am mad that we didn't ask 100%
No,
upfront.
I say on the way out. The price just went up, but I do go. After.
Fair.
The price just went up
Valid.
by 200% because your life was in danger, but we're gonna go, and you can't say anything because you're too hurt, so we're totally gonna manipulate you and go after the guy.
Erica just shakes his head like a
Vicious.
we got
I'm
it.
gone.
He gets up and he goes.
Wait a minute. All I have is
Cool.
a
I'm very
boot
biddable.
knife. What are we supposed to do here? Whatever.
Oh,
I
wait,
got my
actually,
fists.
Before I leave,
I got my magic.
Yeah.
and
before
wild
Erica leaves,
magic,
he turns and
maybe?
he says, "What about our weapons?"
But I have a dagger.
I don't think any of you
Magic?
took. I don't think any of them. They didn't take any of your weapons. You have a few.
Just
but,
nothing we can stop this dude with.
Got a shillelagh.
Let's be reasonable.
So
I have my fists.
can he see the alabaster mask?
Who?
They're gone.
Lucifer. No, the guy that got stabbed.
Can he see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that the guy took it.
Yeah. I mean, well, he took the mask. Yes. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I missed
Yes.
that.
Sorry. Yes. So he could see it. He was. Yeah. But the guy who broke in with a silver arm took the mask and
Which is
left.
the Steel King.
Living
Never
up to
mind.
his name now.
Because you
There you go.
stole it.
Hey. So yeah.
I know he had 2 masks. Like it's just,
right.
that's just
This
Greedy.
is greedy.
As you walk out, you leave. You come running out of the area into the main hall. There's still all of the people that you would have seen originally. You kind of look around. Make me an insight check, everyone. Or perception. Sorry, not insight. Perception. Or
Perception?
investigation.
Man.
Either one.
Investigation? No, perception.
Oh,
Uh,
investigation, you said?
17.
Yeah.
Wait, investigation? Or perception?
Either investigation or perception. Either one.
I got investigation's better. 18.
9.
23.
I got
Damn!
3. I got
Okay.
3. God damn it.
I
don't
got
see
6.
anything.
Oh no.
Somebody like
We all froze
I
for a
still might
second.
have some of the tears left.
I think we
So yeah. Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
yeah, we all froze for like a second. We're back, but like we just
Oh,
like
okay.
all at the same time. But yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, yeah.
No worries. It was just like the paralysis. It was just the representation.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. So those of you who rolled above a 15, you see 3 cloaked figures leaving through the front door. What would you like to do?
So,
I'm chasing after them headlong.
no, I
not
grabbed
listening.
Marwa by the back of her awesome new outfit, and I say, "Whoa, maybe we should slow down and follow a little bit slower behind. We are not prepared to face this person right now."
This is Breath of the Wild song again.
It is again. Yeah.
I was
Yes.
about to cast Entangle, so I don't know if I would have.
We don't want
Done
to make
that
a mess in the
before.
party, though.
I don't know if I would have done that before hearing.
So they were coming. They were going
Ash.
through the door. Like
Yeah,
they are
it's,
on the other side of the door at this point.
Mm.
Like, but you said that I could. You said that we could see them,
Yeah. Yeah. So you catch
Yeah,
them as they're
and
leaving.
I can.
I guess you can go ahead.
I.
Yeah.
It's a range of 90 feet,
Okay. Yeah.
but I don't. But I don't know. So, I'm going to roll a d6, and 1 through 3. I heard Ash say that before I cast it, and 4 through 6 I didn't.
Okay.
That's a 2. So I had cast Entangle
Cool.
without hearing him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So
which is a strength saving throw for them.
what's your DC?
13.
Okay, yeah. So you see through the door, the first 2 have gotten, well, the three, because there are 4 people total. The first 3 have kind of gotten through the door by the time you get your spell off. And the last of them, however, kind of his foot starts to tangle with these vines, begin to kind of wind up, and he falls to the ground and is restrained.
What do the other ones do?
They keep running.
Well, if they okay, so then I'm gonna, seeing this, I'll take the opportunity. I'm gonna run up and try and grapple. Well, they're already detained, so I'm just gonna run up and make sure they don't move. I got my boot knife, my dagger, to their neck.
Cool.
Do you want mine? I could give you mine as well. I mean,
Well, you take the other side. We'll just one knife each side of the
I
neck.
don't know where you're going. Like, you're running somewhere, and I'm like, I have 0 idea what's happening. I rolled
Ruby,
a 3, so
bring
I'm
your
like,
knife, Ruby. Bring your knife.
So
okay.
as you get about halfway there, everyone make me an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Okay, that's
There we go. Why am I
15.
rolling so bad? Why am I? These dice are going back in the thing, pulling out a new one for next time.
I have a +5. I got 7 total.
Oh, hey, it wasn't a nat 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got a 9. But that also.
I think I got a 10. I think I rolled a 5 and I can't remember, but it was real low. It was something like that. So I think I got a 10 total. I have a +5.
I got 18.
Okay.
Nice. Erisea is
7.
just on top of it.
I'm
Okay.
just really big.
So
Things just move out of my way.
what did you roll, Kate?
I rolled a 9.
Okay, cool. So Ericos and Erisea, as you kind of make your way through the crowd, well, everyone. This happens to everyone, but you two manage to keep your feet. From far left, the other side of the hall from where you are, or where you came out from Lusor's study, you hear a large explosion. As fire and flame kind of rip outwards from the wall, hurling chunks of wood and marble and stone through the crowd.
What?
Everyone other than Erisea and Ericos lose their footing and fall to the ground. Erisea and Ericos, you manage to keep your feet. You were hit with a little bit of shrapnel, but nothing too bad. You managed to keep standing without taking any damage. Everyone else is prone, and chaos erupts in the party.
Wait, was it in the room we just left? So was it the dagger?
The party room.
Oh.
Oh,
They just blew the wall
But
out of the
it
mansion.
wasn't-
I thought the dude exploded. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, they already
I thought that the
left.
study exploded
Nope.
as well.
Other side. So the hall, you went in on the left side of the hall. It's the right side of the hall that has just exploded inwards.
My
So we don't
goodness.
know anyone who was there, right?
No, I mean just the people who were at the party.
Yosabar, flirty dude.
Alucard.
Dragonborn
Derby.
financial
I still don't
investor.
remember any of their names.
It's okay.
Oh, those Dragonborn fintech bros.
Yeah.
Cool. So Ericos and Erisea, what would you like to do?
Give chase, I suppose, right? Yeah.
When I'm keeping concentration on entangle, do I have to stay in view of it? Does it have to stay within range?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Then what I'd like to do is get up to the guy that is entangled, drop my concentration, and grab him.
Okay.
And just kind of fling him inside, just you're not leaving yet, but I have more important things to deal with.
Make me a strength check.
Okay. 18.
Okay. Great. And now, actually, I guess make me another strength check on top of that.
8.
Okay. Cool. So as you manage to kind of fight your way through the crowd that is now kind of panicked and running around in this great hall from this explosion. Some people are trying to help others stand up. A few people appear to be very injured around you. Those that were nearest to the blast seem to be potentially you can't tell for sure, but you think that there's probably some death that has occurred here. And as you kind of fight your way through the crowd, you manage to get up to your entanglement. The spell drops and the weeds kind of recede back into the ground, and you go to grab the man who's lying on the ground, but he manages to twist free and break out of your grasp. He kind of looks at you for a second and then takes off running.
Is there any way Ericos could actually catch up at his not so quick speed? I mean, I would probably the best he could probably do is try to sprint down and try to tackle one of them.
So yeah, make me an athletics check.
Okay. 21.
Okay. Yeah. So as you you kind of see this all happening, you manage to kind of push your way through the crowd as well, following close behind Aricea. You push through the door. You see her grab the fellow on the ground, but as he kind of just like rins out of her grasp, you kind of instantly jump into that, and you're chasing this guy now. You hurdle a few different things, chase him through some of the gardens, and you do manage to finally catch up to him and tackle him to the ground. You make me another strength check for a grapple.
Just a strength check?
Yes.
21.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So yeah, you managed to hold him down and like keep him on the ground. Cool. And everyone else, you managed to stand up at this point. You've taken some time to stand up. The crowds around you are still panicked. What would you like to do?
Sprint out the door after Ericos.
Same.
Okay. Great.
I'm feeling some fighting that might be happening. I just have like an urge for blood.
I feel you. Blood.
Money and blood. Better yet, blood.
Are you raging
money.
already?
Mm.
Mara, are you raging already? From everything?
Oh, the rage is real.
Cool. So yeah, you managed to catch up. Ericos has gotten this person kind of pinned on the ground, is holding them down. What would you like to do?
I would like to punch him in the face.
Okay.
Punch him.
All right, I punch him in the face.
Roll me a melee attack.
Oh, do you have those things that you wanted for your knuckles?
No, I'm wearing pretty ones. But I still got some knuckle bones. Okay.
Should have
Actions.
just unarmed strike.
Nice. We are going to roll unarmed strike. 9 to hit.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say that. Well, go ahead and get advantage. Roll
Okay.
that again. Since he is grappled.
It's not working. Let me just roll.
Rudy's dying currently.
8 plus 5 is 13. 13.
Okay. Yeah. So that manages to hit. So yeah, you connect. Roll me damage.
Okay. Sorry.
You're fine.
4. There's like a little icon over my. 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It doesn't have a D anything.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Cool. Yeah. So you managed to kind of punch him in the face as he's being held down by.
Right in the nose.
He kind of snaps his head back up, and there's blood just pouring from his nose.
You deserve this.
He spits blood in your face.
I punch him in the
I
stomach.
spit it back.
You deserve that.
Yeah, I punch him in the stomach right after that.
All right. Roll me an attack.
This poor guy. But I mean, They did just
Poor
almost
guy.
blow
Trying to
us
hold
up.
Down, you're just wailing on him. This is like.
He's
oh.
also like
Oh
he's also
my goodness.
an accessory to attempted
You
murder.
need a different diet.
Can
Ugh.
I also
I
roll,
tried a different one.
something for taking my boot to his face? I really want to take my boot to
Yeah,
his
I rolled a,
face.
Unarmed
natural one. Natural one.
Nice.
Oh.
So that's a miss. So
I
yeah,
missed
as you
someone
come up,
being held.
well, so all right, so you come up and you go to punch him, and you go to punch him directly in like the gut,
Yeah.
and your hand just happens to catch onto plate
Oh,
armor
nice.
that is kind of like underneath, just like a solid plate.
Oh, that's good.
And so your hand, you pull away, you kind of shake your hand off. You take where's my, there it is.
Gosh.
You take 3 points
Of
of
damage.
damage.
Okay. Ugh.
Can I roll something to kick him in the face with the boot?
Sure.
And now that
Just
What's your roll?
it'd be an unarmed strike, same thing. What's up,
now
Kurt?
that that has happened, I'm like really mad. I kind of want to try to punch him in again, but Ruby is in the process of kicking this person. So
No. So I got a 5.
oh no,
So I'm not.
we're the
making
worst
you roll.
torturers in the whole kingdom.
So yeah,
Whole
We are
empire.
so intimidating.
Yeah.
So what happens in the course of just a couple seconds is Ericus tackles this guy, holds him down, as Mara comes up and just lays one on him, right, like right on the chin. He kind of comes back up, kind of spits blood at her. Ash, you come up to go deliver your punch, kind of break your hand in the process. And Kate comes up to go kick, thinking it's gonna look really cool, and just kind of like misses. Like you just didn't have the right footing, and you weren't at the right spot, and your foot kind of sails right past his head. And he kind of grins and he says, "Is that the best you got?"
Oh, now I grab him right by the shoulders and
Oh.
just headbutt him. I'm sorry.
Death
I'm
is too good for him.
Before we go into like several more rounds,
I'm
of
doing a
beating
mind
this guy
strike.
up,
Yeah,
I'm
Erisea has
doing
an
a mind
important
strike.
question.
It's a
No,
second.
I
second
have a
level
question.
spell.
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
Emily has a question.
Emily has a question. Well, kind of Erisea also is like, in my mind, I'm running up after this guy. He seems to be dealt with. My inclination is to go after the other ones
Oh.
Yeah.
that are further ahead. Is anyone else going after them, or are we all just stopping?
Mara's
Oh,
not entirely sure she can leave these guys alone.
Make it look so easy. That's the problem. Everybody thinks they can be as badass as Mara.
That's it.
And then they just like punch
Um,
plate armor.
Talita has definitely run past them, and he's gonna cast Fairy Fire to try to see these people.
Okay.
If Toledo's running past, then Erisea is following
Wait,
him.
how far away are they? Just curious.
What's the distance on Fairy Fire?
60.
You
I'll
cannot.
be back in just a half second.
Okay.
They are apparently gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they were way
So
ahead.
between the time that it took for they got ahead from you, they're running. They just kind of ditched the dude who was entangled, and then the explosion that time, all of that kind of stuff. They've disappeared into the night.
We gotta put him in the bone hole.
he's going
We're
in the
gonna
bone hole.
torture him.
That's a
in
good
the
place to
bone
store him.
hole.
Going in the bone hole.
And it's also gonna be like super terrifying
Wait,
to be
wait.
stored in, right?
Yeah, maybe Erisea might not be happy with having.
Thank you. Sorry, I was
Yeah,
muted.
Wait,
I was
didn't we
I was
already?
saying
Oh yeah, I
that's
think
my
we got rid of
bedroom,
the
you
bone.
guys.
We're gonna go torture someone in your bedroom.
Makes
Yeah,
the
no,
name
Eric,
better.
that's just no torturing. No,
I'm
no, no.
not okay with
Not
that.
torture.
I mean,
Not
maybe
torture.
it's your
Rough up.
kink.
Rough
I
up.
mean, I'm not judging here.
It's not.
No kink shaming.
It's
no.
not. Poor Erisea.
But
Erisea doesn't know what that means.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I think you also actually like got rid of all of the bones, right?
I'm working
from
on
your.
it. It's a
Okay, it's still in progress.
There was a lot of skeletons.
Hmm. We should
Well, we
build like a
might
cage in
respond.
the attic or something, out of bones. Just, for the aesthetic.
Maybe let's not do anything in the attic. We don't want other ghosts around haunting us, just in case.
I mean, I was thinking we really should have kept the painting and then like put a
Mm.
cage and that in front of it.
So
We are really on
Ruby,
track here.
Yeah.
make me an investigation, perception check.
Everybody, or
Just Ruby.
Investigation or perception?
Perception.
Investigation would really work better. Okay, so I don't have any modifiers.
You got this.
So that would be fun.
At least it's not a negative.
No
20!
way.
Oh damn! All right.
You are on fire.
Cool. Yeah. So
Good dice. I like
as
them. They're
you run
pretty
up,
and they roll well.
so all of these things happen. This man's punched in the face. He spits blood. All that kind of stuff. He's being held by Ericos in such a way that his arms are a little bit free, not like super free. And as he kind of goes to reach out and
Oh,
wipes
he's
the blood
trying
off
to poison
his face.
himself.
Now, so as he reaches up, he wipes the blood off his face, flings it down. And as he does so, you notice a tattoo on the back of his hand. And
Where? Like,
on the back of his hand, right here.
so like here. Okay.
So, you immediately recognize this symbol. This is the symbol that you have had burned into your mind ever since the event at the tavern.
I have goosebumps already. I know where this is leading.
This is, you don't know what the symbol is. It is the shape of a dagger with two ram's horns kind of curled off of it. It is the symbol that is imbued on the trinket that you have, that you acquired after in the fire. What would you like to do?
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, everyone stop. We have to keep this one alive. I have some torturing slash questioning to do regarding stuff that happened to me in the past, while not revealing like anything, just like quickly changing my mood right away to extra grumpy Ruby and being like actually serious and not taking stuff too lightly.
if you say so.
Something.
I'm like, thank you. But like grumpy, thank you.
I'm like
I'm not
wiping
doing-
blood and spit off my face.
Yeah.
I'm really grossed out at this point.
I'm not doing a good grumpy face right now because I'm excited, but like,
It looks like you ate a Sour Patch Kid or something.
okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab him. Does he have anything around the neck? Basically, I'm gonna grab him by his clothes so that it would be very hard for him to breathe, and ask him, "Where the heck did you get this tattoo?"
And so, as you do, he kind of just recedes back into himself and begins to mutter just over and over, "I hope you sleep well."
Punch him in the face, punch him in the face,
Headbutt.
punch him
I
in the
bring
face.
in the headbutt for real this time now.
I hope you don't sleep.
Are we too
well.
late?
I'm not in a good mood, so I'm not gonna be nice to you. So answer my question here.
I kind of pushed my arm down into his back a little bit harder.
He kind of
Or
winces a
this
bit.
little knife is gonna go into your eyes.
Oh.
So I actually want to stay in play.
Ruby.
There goes
yeah.
scared.
If the paladin is not trying to stop you from murder, you are really intimidating right now.
No. The paladin is like, no
Yeah.
blinding, only questions.
And he just
I'm not responsible for anything that happens while we're torturing him. This
he,
is all part.
he kind of like begins to smile a little bit. A grin kind of spreads across his face, and he just keeps repeating, "I hope you sleep well."
Can I?
I'm taking a knife and I joker him. So
You joker him.
Oh my
that-
God.
Hold up. I grab the
No.
hand. I grab her
No,
hand.
stop
Yeah.
doing that.
Ruby, no. Ruby, you can't do that.
No murder.
I would like to stop them
Yeah.
from speaking though, so I'm going to use my fist for that. I'll either like stick it into his
Why
mouth
don't you
or
use like the scaly gauntlet?
Once I
Yeah.
once I make the smile.
Do we have like Who was it? Was it
Oh,
Ash
good
who
idea.
had like a
yeah, I
band
take
to
that
tie
out.
back your
yeah,
hair?
and some cloth.
Yeah,
I rip the
just-
sleeve off my tunic, stuff in the mouth, bind. So now, also, I just want to do a quick look around because we're in the middle of the street.
Yeah. So he
The
continues to
building
mumble.
just exploded behind.
Wait, how did he mumble?
Well, he's like,
although there's like something in
"Oh."
his mouth.
Yeah, it's just like yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's got the same cadence as what he was saying before. Nothing really changes. So yeah, as you are all there, some town guard begins to kind of roll in, kind of heading towards this explosion. Lusor actually wanders out and finds you. No, I see you've caught one.
This one does not go anywhere without us going with him. And I gently but like really, hopefully painfully, like slap him on the shoulder while saying it, like, you will not go anywhere without us now. Like, more intimidation.
Do you want me to intimidate? You want to whisper that in my ear?
I'm poking Mara like a bit and like, can you intimidate more? Like, just like grumpy.
I'm just gonna growl.
So he has no reaction. He just
This is
keeps
some
kind
kind
of mumbling that same thing
Some
through
kind
the
of
cloth.
trance here. Something's going on.
Oh, I thought I was growling at the other guy.
Oh, Lusor. Lusor says, "Well, it seems."
Oh wait, sorry. Never mind. I'm
yeah,
confused.
He says, "Well, it seems you've got some business with this fellow."
Wait, I can do Mind Spike. Wait, so wait, no, that only does damage, I think. So I cannot read targets. Yeah, that doesn't work that way. Ah, damn it. I assumed it might be something around like being able to enter one's mind as well and to see like what's inside of the mind.
I
but
mean,
no,
you could still do
unfortunately,
mind
that
spike.
spell is
I
not
mean,
on
we're
the
not
side.
going to stop you.
It's a second level spell. We don't know like
That's
when
true.
the next time we're gonna be resting or fighting. So I'm just gonna save it. It does really nice amount of damage, like 3d8. So we'll save it for later.
So
I
Lusor,
want him to stay sane because I have some questions to ask him.
so Lusor says, "Well, it seems you've got some business here, but so do I. I'm happy to share. But I'm gonna need to question him first. Why don't you head back to my study? Take him back there. I'll be there."
You're not getting dibs on the questioning.
Ruby.
We were
Ruby,
here
The
first.
money.
Ruby,
Think about the
Ruby,
money, Ruby.
We'll question
Ruby,
together.
chill.
Okay.
We'll question together. I'm sure we'll want to hear the answers to the questions
I'm
Lusar
gonna
has
try
to
to.
ask.
As long as we're there and they're
No,
not
they
alone.
won't be. We'll be there. And I'm just pleading to the side of Ruby that loves money. And I'm like, think about the payday. Think about the payday. You'll get yours. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Whoa.
Payday.
So now I know, like, something is
It's
serious.
I
exactly
Like,
hope you're paid well. I
yeah.
hope you're paid well. I hope you're paid well.
Yeah.
So
I know something's seriously up now.
Are you gonna
because
let him-
If Ruby says it's more important to interrogate than money, so now I'm like, yeah, we want first dibs. You can question Lusor after
Well,
we
I
question
mean,
him. We caught him.
He was
So,
this big.
so are you gonna let Lusor?
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you gonna escort him back to the study? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Study seems like a good
But
place.
we want
better
first
than the street.
questions.
Yeah, as you come,
How's the hall? Like, people are dead.
people, things have been recovering a little bit. It hasn't been that long. A few of the city guard have showed up. A few of those guards that you've seen in the all black obsidian armor come back in as well. Seem to be kind of interrogating, asking people what's going on. A few are wandering around the site of the explosion, trying to see what happened. As you walk back through, there's some general panic. You see Alucard actually off kind of healing a few people with some magic words. Yosivar as well seems to have completely sobered up. He seems fine, and he's kind of taking charge, telling various guards, like, you go over there, kind of leading the procedures that are as they are going on. Yeah, as you walk back, you manage to get him through to the study. None of the guards stop you. Lusor kind of takes a minute and goes and talks to Yosabar, talks to Alucard, talks to a few of the other guests, checks on a few people, talks to the captain of the guard, things like that. You get him back into the study, and a few minutes later, Lusor joins you.
So
And
did we agree that we're gonna question him first? Like, were we able to convince Luther?
yeah, so go ahead. So Lusor says, "Feel free. You can take the first questions."
Appreciated.
So
Did you stop mumbling? Is he quiet now?
Nope, he's still doing the same thing.
So even Toledo was pretty disturbed by Ruby wanting to Joker the guy. So
Yeah.
he's right next to him and kind of is somewhat a semi-protective stance to make sure that she doesn't try it again.
Reasonable. Reasonable.
He would stop doing this annoying thing, and maybe instead of like after he would scream for a while, started talking. We need to start torturing if we want to answer questions.
There
It's
could
like
be other
math.
methods.
In
Let's
order
just
to get answers, you take stabbing plus pain, and you add them together.
I,
Get
I,
wait. But does that scale?
well, you just add more tools and more stabbing with more people.
so
It's gonna be still correct.
while she's
So,
talking
it
about
does
this,
scale.
I take the leather thing. Well, I take the gag out and I grab his fingers and I bend them really far back.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Does someone in the party has detect magic? Yes.
I wish. Oh, okay.
Aracia, can you tell
Well-
if what he's doing is casting a spell or is he just chanting? Because I remember they froze us all with a chant, and that terrifies me.
So,
I'm not sure if detect magic can tell that.
Okay.
everyone
I-
though. So did you ungag him?
Yeah, and I bent his fingers really far
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you do that, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna. Well, I'll let you go. I was just say I'm gonna ask Lusor in the meantime if he has anything that can help us get this person into more of a amenable state.
So, as you bend his fingers back, he winces just a little bit. Not much. Definitely not enough for what's happening, as a large turtle is basically breaking his hand. And he just continues to repeat, "I hope you sleep well. I hope you sleep tight. May the five watch over you, young acolyte." And I want everyone to make a history check. Is history a...
Yeah.
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 Yes, it is.
History's a thing.
4.
0.
Nice.
16.
You know everything.
What'd you get, Kurt?
16.
8.
History,
Yeah, you're
you
muted.
said?
Yeah.
History. 6.
What is it?
6 for me. 20 for Emily.
Okay. So Ash and Aracia, you both have some flashbacks to your childhood, and your parents or your clans, people in your life reading you stories, and you recall that this is an excerpt. This thing that he's chanting is an excerpt from a book called The Acolyte of Claythorpes. The book is concerned with a young acolyte of presumably the acolyte's college, as he kind of went about his way through the world and his interactions with the Order of Marks, which is the Assassins Guild, which is rumored to exist, but most people believe that they're kind of just boogeymen. They're just legends. The full cant that he is recanting is, I hope you sleep well, I hope you sleep tight. May the five watch over you, young acolyte. For the order is out there, they're out in the dark, and when you awake, hope you don't find a mark. And as Talita bends his hand back, Lusor's face drains of color. He sees the tattoo on his hand, and he says, it's no good. We won't get any information out of him.
I let go of his hand and ask
Um,
why.
This fellow is a member of the Order of Marks.
Order of Marks.
Only heard about them in legend. They're said to be assassins. No one knows who they are. No one knows where they come from. They're really only known by their deeds. Assassinations, deposing of kings. They've attempted to destabilize the empire from time to time. That tattoo protects him from magical interrogation. And they're trained from birth to withstand physical interrogation.
Is there any way we could remove that tattoo?
It doesn't work like
Like,
that.
okay.
You cut it off, it reappears somewhere else.
Ah.
We meant more like dispel, but
Yeah.
Once bound, the tattoo's there for life. No one knows how they even do it. It's lost magic.
Does this mean the Steel King is one of them?
If I had to guess, Donovan, that man you met earlier tonight who stabbed me. If I had to guess, he's probably working with the Order. The Steel Kings themselves probably have some plan. Fuck. And now they have the mask.
what,
Fuck.
what do you
does
mean?
the mask do?
Kind of ponders for a second.
Now's not the time to hold back, Lusor.
I guess the mask. The mask is an ancient artifact. I've searched for it for a long time. Heard of it in legends. It's called the multifaceted mask. Once placed on the wearer, they can change their form into any other form that they wish. Mask can only be removed when they die,
Whoa.
and the effect is imperceivable, even to magic.
So we can't detect magic on someone who's wearing it.
Aye. Once that mask is on and the transformation takes place, you'd never know who they were. They could be anyone.
I mean, he's probably gonna be Steel King, unless he's doing it for somebody else.
Why did you have it just hanging out in your office?
And why no protection? Come on, like basic security. Like
I had-
no
It's in a
penetration
glass
testing.
box.
I had protection, you must know.
Mm.
Those other
Uh,
mages, the ones who paralyzed us, must have been working with the Order as well.
Oh.
It's powerful magic. They like it.
It seems like a really
Oof.
steep
Well, there's
price to pay.
I mean, we are like level.
Yeah. To put on that mask, it doesn't come off until you die. So, if you're willing to
Aye.
do that, that's permanent.
Aye.
I mean, you can change any form, right? So you can
Only
just
Only once.
be yourself if you want.
No,
right?
only once. You
Only
change and that's it. Whatever you become is what you are until you're dead.
Oh, so it's like
Oh,
witness protection program.
Yeah.
Yes, essentially.
Just up and vanish.
Interesting.
Now if Donovan has the mask,
okay. My assumption that it might be Steel King is now out the window. I don't think that he would actually want to do that. It probably is for somebody who paid him well to retrieve it.
I can only imagine what Donovan would want to do with that.
Perhaps he's working with the Order. Perhaps he's the one being paid by them, but I can't imagine. No, there's something more nefarious going on here. 1 second. And he turns to one of the guards. Go fetch Yosibar. I believe he will want to hear this. And one of the guys goes out and brings back Yosivar. Lucer kind of relays all of the information to him, tells him what's happened. Yosibar as well. He's normally fairly jovial, fairly okay with everything. And so he says, "Aye, this is a problem. I don't know what to do, but oh my, the Order of Marks. Oh,
Made some powerful enemies.
I mean, do we know we're enemies? We were just like there hanging out in the room, like we didn't say anything unless they were listening.
Lucer has made some powerful enemies.
Oh, okay. I thought you said we, and I'm like,
Oh, sorry.
Well,
sure they know even we exist.
by our actions and by being here, we were starting to make some powerful enemies ourselves.
I mean, no one knows about it, right? So
yeah.
we're just like opting it. Well, we're opting in voluntarily.
Are we yet, though?
I would say. Yes, we are. I goddamn I have some business with this order of my own. I mean, y'all can just, if you're not interested in, I don't know, all of those people who were killed by them without even blinking, all of the assassinations they're doing, that's your thing. You can be like lawful good and close eyes on stuff like this. I don't know you. But for me personally, I obviously care about a lot of things, and I'm gonna want to pursue
You
them.
can literally.
Wait, Ruby, you have business
Yeah.
with them? You know these guys?
Well, no, I don't have like business with them. I have business with them.
Yeah, but you knew
But
about
you've
them?
encountered it before?
Ruby's right now kind of like trying to consider and place her words carefully about what she's about to share. But I didn't know them personally. I only heard about them. In fact, I was heading in this town to find out more about who they are and what was happening, because they hurt someone I really cared about, and that person is no longer alive, and I want to get my revenge by killing every one of them, because none of them deserve to exist.
And we have discovered her motivation. Oh god, these poor things.
They're in a lot of trouble.
They're all gonna die.
They've made some powerful enemies.
They're all gonna die in very vicious deaths.
They made some very powerful wild mage enemies, which means that shit can go wild, and you never know what's gonna happen. Hopefully something powerful and something that will like actually help in the
I'm just
fight.
imagining like the little cat ears on your head right now. I'm just like, oh.
Oh no, it's
They're back?
down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I only wear them usually when stealing, so that it's harder to see the face, and it's easier to make like those little, I'm sorry, do you have some money eyes, like like the dog eyes.
Nice.
Cool. So, Lusor turns to Yosivar and says, I think we have some things to discuss. He turns to you. For now, I'd recommend returning home. I think we may have some work in the future. If you're up for this, whatever the Steel Kings are planning, it can't be good. Not for us, not for you, certainly not for the Empire. I'll be in touch soon.
All right. Who else can't sleep tonight?
What do we do?
I certainly can't. I'm gonna be thinking about it all night. I mean, like that's the one clue I got after like months of searching and trying to do research.
What do we do with the babbler?
How many doors are on the lower level
Of this
the
building?
wyvern?
Oh, one.
That is definitely getting alarmed tonight.
Lusor said, I'll send with you one of my best guards. I don't think the Steel Kings will try anything, especially against you, especially now.
Sir Stuffington is working overtime tonight.
Good bear.
Hopefully they get enough of the health insurance and like proper overtime pay as well.
Ruby is mindful.
This is
Oh
no,
my
this,
God.
no. This is not Ruby speaking. This is Kate speaking.
Cool. You gonna head home?
Yeah, what do we do with the babbler here?
Oh, throw them at the obsidian
Yeah,
guards.
city guards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, Lusor comes out with you. Oi. You lot over there. This man is a member of the Order of Marks. You're not going to get anything out of him. Well, he is at least partially responsible for what happened here tonight. See to it that he's punished accordingly. And they take him away.
Okay.
Well, with that,
I trust the justice.
I'm kind of sad that I wasn't the one to do it because they still have the whole hatred to all of them thing.
well, we can stop them without having to kill them all. We can do things like this.
I'm not grown enough as a character to start forgiving them. No, this
We'll
is
get
not
you
going in.
closer.
I'm angry, like
Angry.
really cute, tiny, angry human. I mean, sorry, half elf.
Cool. So you all head home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Head back
Tired,
to
weary.
one of one of Lusor's guards escorts you back.
Much too clean.
Stands watch outside. The night passes. Nothing seems to really happen. We'll go ahead and call it there tonight. I think we're going to call it a little early. With the question of what the Steel Kings are up to, how Lusor's mask plays in, and how you might be able to stop whatever their nefarious plot is.
Plot thickens.
It's a spooky villain.
All right. Flip us over.
Cool.
I'm
Thanks.
so scared. All right, that was awesome.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for
Bye.
watching.
Bye, folks.
Thanks for joining.